Okay, let us start at the beginning, dear Pisces. This is the Ten of Wands. And the 10 is the completion of something. It is the ending of something. And it looks like for a very long time, Pisces, you've been taking on a lot of responsibilities that really aren't your own. When it's for our children, our small children, that's something different. It's different when it's our aged parents as well. So that balance is very tricky if you're in midlife, Pisces. But this is taking on other people's problems that they're totally capable of fixing themselves, or creating the same thing over and over and over again. So it looks like you need to lighten your load a little bit, Pisces. Your future will be brighter. Your future will be a little less heavy on your responsibilities if you give those responsibilities back to actually who owns them. So that is the first card. What crosses you is the Hangman, and this is actually one of my favorite cards. It is like when you come to an epiphany, or you come to some big aha moment in your life. You're still living the same life, but you're looking at things a little bit differently. And it looks like you either got an aha moment, some clarity on a situation, lightened your load a little bit, and you're seeing some of the effects of that it's a much better deal for you. So the best analogy I can come up with the Hangman is if you're playing checkers and you start out, you're the black man, and all of a sudden your partner flips the board and you're the red man. The game looks completely different to you, even though it is the same game. So it's just a switch in perspective that looks like you've had, Pisces, a big shift in your soul, a big shift in your awareness. So that is happening now. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, as I said, is like the God card. The swords can are intellect or air signs. And it usually dictates that you are on the right path, that you have communicated. You still have some more communicating to do with, it looks like one person specifically, but in general, it looks like your communication has been a lot clearer, a lot kinder. You have compassion in your words, and the biting edge of your words has been tempered. So it looks like you're starting a whole bunch of new things. And this can be anywhere from rekindling your passion with art, science, movement, but you have rekindled something. You are heralding a new way in and incorporating it into your life. It gives you great joy. For many, it could be meditation, could be on a physical level. This intellect is kind of lighting up for me. So for many of you, it could be going back to school or even considering going to school, but there's some huge changes and something that you've always wanted to do that you are re-embracing from the past. What is in the past position is the 5 card. And the 5, it dictates that there's been static. There's been static either in communication. And this is feeling more like an interpersonal than work. So a lot of times, when you say the sky is blue, people hear it's a nice day. It's just a little static, so the communication wasn't as clear, and it looks like you've been working on really clearing that communication. So it looks like you keep trying, but there is some issues that are unresolved and they're kind of hanging out there. Looks like you kind of walked away from a battle rather than make it escalate. It looks like it's an emotional battle. It looks like it was a verbal battle with more than one person, and this is feeling like it's a little family, just a little bit of family tension. So it looks like you had to walk away from that to find some peace within you and some growth. And what is happening now is revelry. 3 of Cups. This is emotional fun. This is reconnecting with people that give you great joy, friends, family, and just getting out there in the mix a little bit instead of hiding away. So it looks like your social calendar is picking up and will continue to pick up for this holiday season, Pisces. The Strength card is right here, and it is also right on the line here of some of the efforts that's happening, some of the hard things, the challenges, putting down some responsibilities. For many of this could be a spouse that you have codependent, or a child you have codependent, that or enabled. So it looks like the enabling behavior, or the what once was thought of as helping out, is not really helping out, is continuing the cycle. So you've taken a really good look at that, had the aha moment about that, and it looks like you will be tested. And you'll have to call on your inner strength to say no. No is not a bad word. It is, it can be a complete sentence with a capital N and a period after the O. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means these are my boundaries. So it looks like your boundaries will be tested a little bit. And so drawing on that inner strength, this kind of karmic symbol is flashing for me, and that feels like you are ending some karma with a spouse or loved one. So being strong enough to walk through your fear to either change it within the relationship, being strong enough to walk through the fear to let go of it, or creating a new one. But the Lovers is here. That is the main focus. So I would say it is either a current relationship, or one that you know about. So that is the Strength card. The Hermit card is at the basis of all this, and it's exactly what it depicts. It's being alone, so you can shed some light on what you want, where you want to go. Normally, Pisces are not a selfish creature at all. You aren't meant to be selfish at all. So for you, taking time to really go within may feel like a selfish act, because you may bow out of some activities, but it's really giving to your soul, giving to your heart, and starting the healing again. But this looks like a tumultuous relationship of some kind, whether it's, a spouse or a child, grandchild, something like that. But you need some space from all the opinions and tension that has been ignited from this family drama. And take that time to illuminate yourself, find out what you want to do, what is best for you in this situation. The Queen of Swords is right here. So this may be someone that's tempering your position. This also may be representative of the person that you are fighting with. But the Swords is an air sign, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It is right next to the Strength card, so it's feeling more and more that this is a supporter of a decision that's very difficult to make, that will change some dynamics in the family, either for positive or negative, pardon me. But the Queen of Swords, she's also a very loyal person. She's also one that gives good advice and gives of her heart. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, those folks, they live in their head a lot. So this is, to me, this feels like very good ideas or higher ideas. Can also be on the line of higher education, or educating yourself, or collecting information for something. So this is a good connection. I'm feeling this is a really good connection for advice, and it's right next to the Hermit. So, and the Strength card. So this person is able to solidify some of that support for you, and give good advice. Looks like give good advice. So the next one is a 10. You have a number of 10s here. So it's feeling like you're coming to the end of a cycle. You're coming to the end of this karmic cycle in some way. The 10 of discs, this is motion, this is earthy stuff, this is your home. So you may be doing some repairs to your home. You may be getting ready to sell it, looking for a new one. But this usually dictates some joy in the family, this joy in the home, and betterment of your situation. But it looks like there's lots and lots of projects that are trying to be done right away. Just take one, Pisces, and power through it and hit the next. But this is a completion of some family cycle that is happening. Could be a very close friend-like family as well, for those of you that do not have larger families. But this is feeling very familiar, very family-like, and that some issue that has been ongoing for quite a while is coming to an end, as well as doing little things to make your life easier, cleaning out closets, things like this. This also dictates like clearing clutter from the home, making the home a little bit more comfortable for you and for others, and going through some family stuff. The Lovers is right above this, going through the family stuff. So I do believe this is a relationship space for most of you. For many of you, it may be bringing love into your life, but it looks like you're ready to make some changes, Pisces, in your lover space, whether that is finding the passion again in your current relationship or really releasing a relationship that has ceased to grow any longer, ceased to bring joy, just going through the motions type of thing. But I know loyalty is big for you Pisceans. So that looks like something that you have been holding close to your heart, that you want to be loyal to this person, but you have to be loyal to yourself and your happiness. I'm not saying throw away a 30-year marriage because they pissed you off for a moment, but if it's really looking like it hasn't moved forward, it's a toxic relationship, and that you're really not happy, it's time to release all that. Whether that is improving your current situation by counseling, taking a look at drugs and alcohol is also feeling, it's vibing in here. But something is changing in the lover space. And for those that do not have a lover, it looks like you're ready to open your heart, your home, and your life to a partner. Doesn't necessarily mean life partner, but companionship and intimacy and a lot of things that have been put on the back shelf for you single Pisces because your focus was elsewhere. It looks like now you're ready to open your heart and really look at that and include that in your life. The King of Swords is on one side of this. This is an air sign. This Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Most likely it's someone older than 40 or someone very wise beyond their years. This may have something to do with the change of the lovers. So I'm getting kind of like their energy is can be intrusive a little bit in your lover space. But it looks like his heart is pure, his words are sound, but it looks like it may be a little bit too much focus on you and your relationship. And for those of you that are single and looking, this may stand for the person that you are looking to connect with. But for the most part, it really feels like this person is kind of intrusive, that they're putting their 2 cents in. It's not as beneficial as this loyal Queen of Swords down here to your situation. There is the 7 of Discs here. This is planting your seeds. Yeah, new beginnings. So something is changing in the relationship here. Very obviously, something is changing in the relationship, whether it is planting seeds for a new one, changing the relationship, or releasing it. So this is a validation that something is changing. You're putting your thoughts, your seeds, your ideas into the universe. Something is popping up about money. Be really careful of overspending, Pisces. I know that's kind of a general warning during the holiday season in the United States, but this is the big picture. This is the big picture. So be very careful of frivolous spending, and organize some of your finances before you take on any new big endeavors that require money to fix, whether it's a house project or something. So shift your money around a little bit, or save for it, but don't make any quick purchases that feels that might be detrimental to your future to do that. Okay, that is your reading for November, and I'm going to throw a couple of these lovely past life cards. They worked so well last month, and I thought, well, let's use them again. Greco-Roman. So visiting your past, visiting the history. Don't allow just your history to hold you in place. Trees, it's time to grow. It's time to grow, and it's time to relinquish control, release some things, time to grow, time to release some of this history. When I ask Spirit what Greco-Roman is, that is old, out-of-date history, that it is still within our awareness, but it doesn't govern our lifetime. So there is something from the past that is governing some choices, whether it's an agreement, or something that's out of date, something historically that was agreed upon that no longer works for you. So take a look at that, acknowledge the history, but don't make any decisions based on either that pain or negative experience. If two choices come up, take the new road. Take the new road. Sometimes history has to be left alone. We need to learn from it and grow from it, and not to repeat it, but take the experience instead of the pain of the situation, the vow of the situation. And it's time to grow. It's time to personally grow. Pisces, you have really focused a lot of your attention on everybody else growing, everybody else getting their stuff done, and you've kind of neglected your own peace of mind, which may eventually cause dis-ease or illness in the body if you do not release some of this stuff that you're destined to release.